Oh, thank you, sir.
You know, I'm the go-to guy.
Well, Eli, we appreciate you having us down here and first-class operation. And
appreciate y'all coming.
we've got even more respect for you now than we did before, which is hard to believe.
Isn't it?
Well, I want to thank all of you for your prayers and all you duck hunters out there when I had my strokes, because they paid off.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, I
really
remember.
did.
Well, I got a little story to tell you.
We're all ears, man.
And this ain't nothing to joke about. I mean, Dad was in the hospital with the strokes, and you know, the guys on the internet, John knew knew what was going on. And a couple other guys knew Dad was having a stroke, and I'm just not going to be able to keep it together, but whatever. Anyhow, several people knew what was going on, you know, with Dad and strokes and whatnot. And I went back to the office at one point, a couple of days later, and looked through my email, and there was a couple of guys that had emailed me, what's going on with your dad? And I got phone calls, you know, guys that knew my cell number and stuff. And finally, I just figured, well, what the heck? I'd told all, you know, on the waterfowl sites. That was before the pit blind was going on and whatnot. On the refuge and a couple other sites, you know, Dad had had a stroke. For those that don't know, here's how he's doing. Blah, blah, blah. And the next day, I went into the office, checked my mail, and had a bunch of requests and saw a bunch of the threads had gone on for page after page after page after page. And I said, well, let me print these out, you know. Might help Dad, you know, come around, and he'd appreciate that, you know. I walked into his room, and Dad's always been one. I mean, he's had a heart attack before and been in the hospital for this and that and other, and he's always concerned about his mail or who called, you know, who needs me for something, you know. He wants to get back with it, people requesting information from him. And I walked in, I gave him his mail, and I had a stack of papers about that thick. Remember that?
I still got them. 360 emails in 4 hours.
And I come in there and he said, who's that? Who's all that from? He said, what's that from? And I said, that's people on the internet. What they want? I said, well, they wishing you well, sending you prayers, and well, who's that from? I said, Dad, that's people that you have no idea who you infected or affected in your life.
That's right.
I said, there's people in here that say you gave them a call 20 years ago, and you don't remember that. And
They sure did, though.
they sure did.
Yes, we did.
Dad started crying. And I tell you what, it still brings tears to my eyes. And I'm doing it right now.
We meant that.
But I can tell you what, glad to have you around.
You
There
bet.
you go.
Glad,
Yep.
good to be around.
Amen. Amen.
I woke up one morning, I couldn't move anything on my
Amen.
left side.
Mm.
I got it all back because I was persistent. I made up my mind that I was going to do it. I would not get in the wheelchair.
You need to get in the blind one more time.
Had more ducks. He may not always go out and kill ducks every day, but he's still got more he has to kill.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I tell you what, to this day, whenever I see people on the internet, they got their mom, their dad, their brother, their sister, their cousin, or whatever. Some people list their family members that need a prayer. And I always respond. Because I know what it did to this spot here.
I understand where you're coming from on that.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I understand where you're coming from. We meant
He wouldn't be here today.
That's right.
I can tell you right now, if it wasn't for his persistence and all the prayers from all those people.
The whole town of Winsboro, Louisiana was praying for me. Every church in the town was praying for me.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
And I appreciate all of it. Huh?
I was telling Rod how awesome that was.
Well, like I said, over a period of years, you've
Touched a lot of people's
influenced
lives.
a lot of people.
Yeah.
Still are.
You know, you might have seen them at a show and you gave their son a call that
Signed the
you
autograph.
don't remember.
Signed
you
the
don't remember
autograph.
them-
Patted
them guys,
patted
but
somebody on the back. Said,
they
"Shoot one for
remember
me."
Yeah.
Or even just
You know?
a memory
Yeah.
when you get to hunt with.
It's a testament. It's a testament to what a small act of kindness, how big of an impact that can have
Amen.
on somebody else's life. It
Amen.
may seem insignificant to you at the time,
Oh, yeah.
but just to say hello to somebody, to speak to them, it means a lot. A smile.
But just like last night, just that one photo for me with him and that call, that was,
Yeah.
that meant a lot to me. You know?
That first hunt I made with you this year. Remember when we got in a blind and I said I think I stepped on my call or something, I broke the barrel? What'd you tell me? Remember what you told me?
No.
I know where you get another one.
No, that's the truth right there.
And you told him after that. You said, "Step on another one."
What's the most expensive one you got?
But just from hunts like that, you leave people like me with memories. I'll never forget. Just coming down to hang out with everybody at the camp.
Yeah.
Just stuff like this.
Well, it's been a good ride.
I've got friends of mine that were jealous as can be that I've met you, and I've got to hang out with Rod and Kelly and got to hunt with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Is that a wrap?
It is if you want, Chief.
I
It's
want to. I gotta go piss.
Oh, now that is a wrap.